How would I explain my profession to a 5-year-old? What's going on, ladies and gents of Cyberland? Coming back to you with another informative video, and today I'm going to be talking about how do I explain my profession to somebody that's 5 years old or younger. So since I have children and I've had my kids at one point they were 5, the best way I would explain what I do is kind of in retrospect of I help people buy and sell, and that means that I have clients who are looking to want to be in a new home, and in course of that, in order for them to be in a new home, they have to have money. And in order to have money, they have to have had a job, which could be being a truck driver, or being a doctor, or being a lawyer, or being a teacher, or being a a web designer, something of that sort, some type of profession to where they work a bunch of hours during the week or sometimes weekends, and then they are given a certain amount of money for the job that they did, and they use that money to go buy a home. And if they want to sell their home, they have to show information that they've had a job for a long time and they have some type of money, and then they have to be either willing to sell their house or renting out, which would mean that renting out would involve they're going to let somebody live at their home and pay them money to live at their home while they use that money to have their new home. It's kind of one of those things. The other thing I would explain to them is that it takes time. That you just don't buy a home right away. You have to go through a bunch of proper structures to be able to buy the home, meaning that you have to go look at the home you want. You have to talk to the people in the profession that help you buy or sell your home. You have to also do a little bit of knowing about what the home it is you're buying, meaning is the home okay? Are there any type of good or bad things? Like, our good things is everything about the house is okay, meaning you can use the bathroom, you can cook food in there, you can have cool air conditioning on, you can sleep in there at night, nothing in the house is going to make you sick, that kind of thing. And then the bad things are of does the when it rains, does rain come into the house when it should only be on the outside of the house? Other thing to consider, are you able to take showers and use the bathtub, or is the water not coming through the faucets? One way to look at it. Is the floors okay? Meaning when you walk on the floor, are there situations where you're walking and your foot goes through the floor, like there's a bunch of holes and stuff? The other thing is that, are there anything in the house that shouldn't be? Like you saw a bunch of cats in the house that aren't supposed to be in the house, or animals in the house, or you saw some bugs like a bunch of ants and spiders, icky things. You don't want that stuff in the house. That's another thing to consider. So those are the good or bad things. Does the house feel safe? Are there anything on the outside of the house that could not make you feel safe at during the day when you're at home, or when you are sleeping at night? Is there anything that makes you feel unsafe? Those things we have to consider when we're trying to buy a home. The other thing is, like, when we're trying to sell, those same things that we're buying a home to make sure we know about the good and bad things, we also need to make sure the home that you're living in is the same thing, meaning that there's all these good things and there's like no bad things. So there's no ants, there's no spiders, there's no animals like raccoons and dogs and cats like living in the house that aren't your animals, like they're just there. Also, are you able to use the stuff in your house? Can you use the water? Can you cook in your house? Can you watch TV? All these things to factor in. If you can't do these things because stuff's not working, well then that could be a problem for somebody wanting to buy your house. So the same things that you don't want for your new house, the house that you now want to have, a bigger house, bigger yard, big pool, you don't want those things to be for your current home. You don't want to go to a new home and have all these bad things, but you also don't want the house that you're going to leave to have all these bad things for new people that want to live in it, right? So that's one way to look at it. Kind of gotta look at it from a terms of not too complicated to where people don't understand, but just very simplistic, very simple things, simple terms. So with that being said, ladies and gents, I will catch you on the next one. Take care.